What up, everybody? Shout out. Shout out. I talked to my K girl last night. We had some good talk. You want to stay on the same page. You want to stay on the same fucking page. You want to keep it alpha, all right? A lot of these women, more and more of these women, frankly, just want some dick. Who can blame them? The beta male providers don't fucking understand that. They think when they dicking these women down that these women are just tolerating that dick. It's far from the case. These women are annoyed that you took so long to get to taking them down. You tried to fucking make it some kind of fucking date thing and fucking do the whole song and dance when these women are busy, yo. They've been working on their careers and shit. They just want to get in, get out, get dick down, and suck the titties and leave. Not have you fucking bore them with your tedious fucking beta male provider fucking dance. Yo. Alright. So know that, fool. Know that. Now, when you have game, you get to be the exception to the rule. Some of these women are all about the new dick, but when you have game, they put you in their rotation, right? And they be in your rotation. See how that works? See how that works? No. Some of you want to know how to get a girlfriend, how to keep her around, and how to have a healthy relationship. And that's something
turn left onto Steiner Street.
That doesn't fucking work. Mainstream trading advice that doesn't work, where you get cynical, jaded women hating advice. This isn't really nice for your girl. She
next left onto Steiner Street.
Like that, which is also real. So I'm going to tell you right now, from fucking over 20 years of experience doing game and consistently having relationships through that entire field, I can tell you how to have a girlfriend the right way. If you want to have a fucking girlfriend, I don't want to have a fucking girlfriend, but whatever. All right, I'll define for you what a relationship is. Because until you understand what a relationship actually is, how can any advice about a relationship actually make friends for you? A relationship actually has an emotional component and a friend component. All right. But for now, I want to talk about how to overcome trust issues and corny friends, yo. Yo! All right, fellas. What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? I have a Patreon supporter who want to know how to overcome trust issues because he's having a hard time trusting people. And you know what I say to that? You shouldn't want to overcome trust issues, nigga. You should stay just the way you is. You should want to watch people. You shouldn't trust people, nigga. All right, you guys want to know one of the most asked questions I get?
Turn right onto Center Street.
Hey,
Then your
man,
destination will be on the left.
my best friend girl, she's sending me choosing signals. What should I do? And you know what I'm thinking? Why is this even a question? You see what I'm saying? Why is this even a question? What you should do is you should be telling your friend, hey man, your bitch is hitting on me. But no. They want to know how to play it. I want to fuck her. But I don't want to get caught. I want to fuck my best friend girl. She's sending me choosing signals. But I want you, AMS, tell me what should I do to play this right. I don't want to get caught. I want to keep my friend, but I want to fuck his girl too. At least once or twice a week, somebody. All right. If you have a certified dime right now, you need to know that every one of your friends would fuck your girl. All right. What the fuck you want to go back and be naive for? You know, they need to basically brainwash you to not see the world for what it is. You want me to turn you back into a beta male. As in teach you how to go back to trusting people when life experience has told you not to. That's just like me trying to teach you to trust women again. and undo all the shit you done learned about female nature. It can be undone, all right? You now have experience with human nature, all right? Human nature, all right? So that's the thing with that. Once you've experienced something, most of you guys are over here because you done went through a situation with women, and now you over here learning female nature. And I can't undo that, okay? If your girl left you when you lost your job and now you have an experience with human nature, I can't undo that, guys. Now you know, all right? Get over that female nature shit. Women ain't the only ones out here that are cutthroat and looking for themselves, all right? Humans as a whole are like that, guys. Humans, that's the way that works, all right? Now, there's some ways that you can keep people from violating your trust. For one, friends tend to shit test you too, okay? This is why I tell you guys, masculine frame, always hold a masculine frame. You want to keep people from trying you. Friends try you and they shit test you too, all right? You pass those shit tests, what I told you guys. Always stay your ground on anything. When a friend is trying you, you stay in your fucking ground. When they try to take your kindness for weakness, any of you guys wondering what I'm talking about, go check out my How to Pass Men Shit Test. Men shit test too. Women shit test too. It's subconscious, right? But when you see a little weakness, it goes a little farther, it goes a little farther, it goes a little farther. Listen, I've had friends, and trust me, I knew better to even look at their girl twice because they wasn't no fucking joke, all right? As the old saying go in the hood, you know who to play with. You know who to play with, all right? You know who to play with. You know who you can fuck with. You know, I'll fuck Tommy girl, but I know not to fuck with Jesse girl. Jesse crazy. You know who to fucking play with, all right? So one thing, if you want to overcome, one thing you need to come is have zero tolerance for bullshit. You need to have zero tolerance for bullshit. Listen, guys, abundance mindset goes to more than just bagging hoes souls. This shit over here, it goes deeper than females. Man, fuck that bullshit. I'm teaching you guys abundance mindset in life. As with friends, as with jobs, as with family, as with school. Sometimes I make videos. As with your drug dealer, sometimes I make videos that ain't gonna be popular. I don't give a damn. Unpledge, unsub, do whatever the fuck you want to. I don't make the videos that I want to make. I have an abundance mindset with any aspect of my life. With women, I have an abundance mindset. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Because with my income, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'll make it another way. As with friends, I'll replace it as just like that. I have an abundance mindset. And above anything else, guys, I don't need no friends. And I don't need no girl. Because at the end of the fucking day, I got my purpose. So at the end of the day, I'm always going to have an abundance mindset. Because I'm never going to be in a scarcity mindset. Because I always have my passion to fall back on. All right, guys. So an abundance mindset. When people see you, easy to cut people out of your life. They think twice about crossing you. When you know that they have no issues, same thing with going women. Same thing with friends. You cut people out your life just like that, don't think about fucking with you. All right, guys, so that's how that works. You have zero tolerance for bullshit. All right? That's how you keep people from violating your trust to begin with. You keep a small inner circle, and even that inner circle, they only get to know so much. I don't tell everything there is to know about me. Nobody. I don't give a how tight I am with you. Nobody know every aspect of my life. Stop trusting people so fucking much. So no, I will not teach you how to overcome trusting people. I want you to keep that shit. You live a lot longer, trust me. And I had another guy want to know what to do about his corny friends. Guys, as high value men, every aspect of our life is probably gonna change. Alright, most of you guys now trying to become high value workmen, you're working on your purpose. I can tell you right now, the quality of women in your life gonna change. You ain't gonna tolerate this. Where back in the day you tolerate that. That shit gonna change. Your income, your job gonna change. No longer will you do bullshit for chump change. You're gonna do what you love to do and make money doing that. And another aspect of your life that's gonna change is the type of friends you associate yourself with. Guys, you cannot be my friend if you with somebody that I see is not trying to do more in life. I would not associate with
Turn
you.
left onto
Period.
Wood Street.
I'm not talking about you gotta be a millionaire or no bullshit like that. But I would not hang around losers. Alright? I am not gonna hang around no Coney motherfucker. Alright? As with the abundance mindset, that means that you listen. If you're gonna be a high value meal, that means that your whole life as a whole might have to do an overhaul. Alright, your whole fucking life. Women, your job, you might just have to do with all that bull. Just because somebody is your friend in 5th grade, don't mean that they entitled to be in your life right now. Alright? I ain't hanging around no motherfucking cornball. Period. Alright? It's not that there's something wrong with that right there. I don't hang around people who don't have my mindset. I hang around mature guys that are ambitious. All right, I'm not hanging around no immature ass, corny ass dudes. That's just not what I'm on. All right, so if you're gonna be an alpha male and you're gonna be trying to do your masculine frame and be more mature and leave that beta male shit alone, you might have to change friends. All right, guys, y'all guys got to stop me having this scarcity mindset. That's what I want you guys to start doing, man. A lot of you guys just think being a high value male just means that, oh, get this type of quality of woman. High value male just means every aspect of your life, guys. Everything in your life has to change. Your whole mindset has to change. Everything has to raise its standards. All right. So that's the thing with that. With those corny friends, guys, I am backing away from them, and I'm making new friends. All right. You don't see Jay-Z going back to Marshall Projects, hanging out with people he grew up. All right. No, he hanging out with people that's on his level. And back in the day, oh, he changed. He ain't the same. He don't give a fuck. Say what the fuck you want to say. I'm moving on, doing bigger and better things. You can call it sellout, you can call it whatever. He want to hang around Bill Gates and shit. This motherfucker hanging out with billion-dollar tycoons and shit like that. He hanging around people that's on his level. Poor people that poor people might say they're gonna say what the fuck they want to say. He want to hang around with them and they still talk shit. They might as well talk shit from afar. All right, guys. So that's the thing with that. And what I would try to tell you is the best you can do is you can do it like LeBron James. He brought all his closer friends and he helped them get to his level. But let's say that with him trying to help them to get to his level, that they didn't want to get there. Let's just say that they wanted to stay with that pole mindset. I guarantee you we would have left their ass behind. Jay-Z tried to help a lot of people back in his hood, some of his closest friends, and they just wanted to do drug deals. This man can't hang around that bullshit no more. What he did, he left them behind. If LeBron James' friend wanted to be ignorant and still be dumb shit, I guarantee you he would have left their ass behind. That's the way it goes. Y'all guys see 6ix9ine, rapper 6ix9ine? Y'all see how much shit he was getting in for? That's what happened when you try to keep it real. They bring you down with them. Now his ass locked up. You see that shit? This is what happens when you try to keep it real. And now your ass locked up for real. You should have
Take the next right onto Broadway.
been associated with them feds. Kept it real all right now, gonna keep it real with the fed. He should have been dropped that inner circle. But he wanted to keep it real, guys. So let 6ix9ine be a perfect example of what happens when you keep the same type of friends. You don't grow. You don't prosper. They hold you down. You hanging around corny goofball ass motherfuckers, you gonna stay corny goofball. Do not be afraid to disassociate from bad friends and bad women. People gonna talk about your ass regardless. Stay with these knuckleheads, but they kept you real though. You see how dumb that is? Now, getting back to the first point, guys, listen. I don't want you guys to overcome no trust issues. Keep them fucking trust issues. As with the red pill, don't y'all guys got trust issues with women? You think I want you to get rid of those? I want you to keep those. All right? That's the same thing I want you to keep with everybody. You should have trust issues because people are not able to be trusted, guys. I love putting my foot in your ass. Now, I want to talk about how to be a closer. Coffee is for closers. Put that coffee down. That coffee is for closers. I want to talk to you about one of the most important factors in success for game and for actually any endeavor relating to sales. And that is being a fucking closer. Alright? You can be a hard closer. Most people that do sales and do game, most people in life are not overly assertive. But the fact of the matter is, in order to close the sale and in order to sleep with a girl, you do have to ask for the order. You have to ask for what you want and maybe push for what you want a little bit. But nobody wants to be pushy anymore. Nobody wants to be the annoying asshole anymore. So how do you become a hard closer without becoming that pushy asshole? One, you can't be afraid to be that pushy asshole. I'll give you a process. Realize that closing is necessary. Here's a shocking statistic. Most sales call, i.e. a salesman is sitting down with someone who's looking to look at something with the idea of buying. Most sales calls end without anyone asking anybody to buy in. Two people sit down with the express idea that something was supposed to be sold, and nobody said, hey, would you like to buy that? Or you go on a date, and nobody says, hey, what's your number? Let's go out. We go on a date. Hey, you want to continue this somewhere more company? Don't believe most sales calls, most sales statements, most interactions with attractive women end without any intent to close. Now, weird problems to that. And I don't know the exact statistic, but this is pretty years ago. Most sales are made out of at least 3 attempts to close. That's what the order is 3 times. It's probably simple. Okay. Maybe going somewhere she has no objection. You sell it a little bit, and then you bring it up, and she's like, yeah, sure. Most times you have to ask multiple times, maybe in different ways, maybe you have to present it the right way that's congruent for her. Alright? In sales and in game, almost nobody asks for the game. Yet, when there's a success, the order is asked for at least 3 times, if not more. Did you see that? Did you see that split? This is one of the biggest reasons why guys don't get results. Okay, it's one of the biggest reasons why in business and sales or whatever you're doing in your life financially, you're not getting results financially. Even if you're working at a corporate job, or you're asking your boss for a raise, have you bothered to ask your boss for that order? People aren't assertive. People don't ask for what they want, and especially with women, people don't ask what they want. So you need to be asking for what you want. I want to impress upon you the importance of that. Okay, so that's step 1. Understand how incredibly important this is to your success in life and your success with women. It might be the most important factor, but it's certainly a top 5 factor. So this is fucking important shit. So understand that that's important. Step 2. Understand the difference between what I call sympathy and empathy. Now, sympathy and empathy both relate to understanding what someone else is feeling or going through. Sympathy is where you get on board and become part of their situation. Empathy is where you understand their situation and you try to help them through it. A sympathy situation, someone's like, I don't have the money for it. Somebody would be like, yeah, I know it's expensive, I'll go. You say, hey, you give up, I don't have the money, that's fine, I don't want to be pushy. Now, with empathy, the client has a problem, the salesman makes that their problem too. For example, with girl, I have to go home with my friends. So the guy says, she's got to go with her friends. This isn't going to happen. Let's just give up. So a guy who's trying to solve the problem, he makes it his problem and tries to solve it. Empathy would make it your problem. The salesman would be like, you don't have enough more money for it? We have several payment plans if you'd like to install it this way. Or you can see how this investment will save you money in the long run, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so those are the sales solutions. The girl solution is when she says, I got to go home with my friends. And instead of thinking, she's got to go home with her friends, this isn't going to go down. You start thinking, well, she wants to go home with me. She's got this issue with her friends. How do I solve it? Oh, did you drive with him? Where did you come from? Hey, I'm going this way. I can drive you home. Hey, go home with your friends. Call me after. There's a lot of different solutions that are possible. But someone with sympathy automatically gives up or makes himself part of the problem, makes himself problem worse by buying into it. Someone with empathy goes, oh, here's the situation. How do I help them through it? How do I help them solve it? And believe you me, people in life, if they need friends, lovers, or salespeople, they need problem solvers in your life because people have lots of problems. If you're a person that's creative with empathy and can solve the problem, people are going to love you and people are going to fuck with you, both for sex and for sales. So sympathy versus empathy. Don't have sympathy, have empathy. Don't become part of the problem, become the solution to the problem. By all means listen, by all means understand what the person's going through and relate, but they become part of the solution. Step one, understand how important it is to be a closer. Understand the product, the difference between sympathy, which is becoming the problem, and empathy, which is solving the problem. Part three is what I call strong belief in product. Okay? What I mean by this, we'll go through a sales example. Yeah. People in sales who know all the sales techniques, know all the lines, do pretty well. You know who does even better than them? Someone who absolutely believes in what they're selling and believes everyone in the world should have it. It's so common. Maybe you have a sales force and you have your experienced sales force and you have someone new coming in that just came out of training and they're jazzed about the problem and they sell like crazy because they just believe that the product is the greatest thing that's ever been invented and everybody needs one. And they might mess up the close and they might mess up the presentation and they might not know all the sales techniques. But the person talking to them can tell that they believe in it, and that comes through. And over time, a lot of those people actually lose that enthusiasm, and their sales go down, even as their learning techniques go up. It's pretty crazy. Some people keep it and become a great salesman. It's the same thing in game. All right? It's the same thing with girls. Do you believe in your product, which in this case is you? Do you believe that you are a good thing for the girl? It's absolutely essential that you believe that. And here's the thing. If you believe that you are a good deal for the girl, you also should believe that you owe it to them to be a hard closer. You owe it to them to be a little bit pushy. Because trust me, they want you to be. How was that? Do those 100 push-ups in 3 sets, 45-second leg lifts on your back. Alright? Good job on those push-ups, motherfucker. You're gonna be pushing up on that fucking female. You're gonna be dicking her down. You need to have that fucking to be on top. You need to have that to be on bottom and fucking throwing her around. You need to have that to fucking jam her fucking head down on your cock. You know, you need to have that brute strength. Part 3 is what I call strong belief in product, okay? What I mean by this is we'll go through another sales example here. People in sales who know all the sales techniques and all the lines. You know who does even better? Someone who absolutely believes in what they're selling and believes everyone in the world should have it, all right? It's so common that you have a sales force and you have your experienced salesperson people and you have someone new come in and they just came out of training and they're excited and they're jazzed about the product and they sell like crazy because they just believe that the product is the greatest thing that's ever been invented and everybody needs one. And they might mess up the close and they might mess up their presentation. They might not know all the sales techniques, but the person talking to them can tell that they believe in it, and that comes through. And over time, a lot of those people actually lose that enthusiasm and the sales go down even as they're learning. Techniques go up. So some people keep it and they become great salesmen. It's the same thing in games. It's the same thing with girls. Do you believe in your product, which in this case is you? Do you believe that you are a good thing for the company? It's absolutely essential that you do. If you believe that you are a good deal for the girl, you also should believe that you owe it to them to be a hard closer, and you owe it to them to be a little pushy. You gotta owe it. You gotta believe you owe it to these females to be a hard closer, to be a little pushy. They need that dick. They need your dick. You just gonna let them fucking beg off soft and get out of it? No. They're gonna take their medicine. Alright? They need your dick. You be a hard closer. You don't break no laws. You don't force nobody to do nothing. You don't fuck with women who are too intoxicated to consent. You don't fucking bribe women with money or fucking positions and shit. You bribe them with this dick. You be a hard closer. And you make sure your dick works. Alright? Because these women don't want to suck your limp dick to get it hard. Understand me? Alright? So if you got dick problems right now, you need to work on your testosterone. You need to go to your fucking urologist or whatever fucking doctor handles that shit. And, your doctor maybe give you that 100 pills of fucking sildenafil, Viagra, 100 milligrams. They'll give you that coupon. You get it 100 pills for like $26. Try that shit out. And then that's going to work for everybody. You might get off them prescription drugs. Now, I want to share you a story from someone named Zig Ziglar. He's now deceased, but he was one of the greatest salesperson and greatest motivational speakers of all time. It came from his early days in sales. He was in the rural South, and everybody knew everybody. He was basically selling pots and pans in this small town. So he was sitting down with someone trying to sell him some pots and pans. And at the end of the meeting, the guy said, "Look, I got your money right here for those pots and pans. And you're not getting it because I've been saving up for years to get indoor plumbing for my family so we don't have to go to that outhouse. I got the money, and that's what he's going for, and you ain't getting it." And Zig Ziglar at the time, he had grown up in a house where he didn't have indoor plumbing. And so he understood that. He said, "I get it. I understand." And he ended the sales call and left without trying much harder. Trying to sell the full pots and pans. About a week later, he was talking to the relative of this guy, and she was like, "My cousin says he hates you." And he said, "Why would he hate me? I'm a nice guy." And she says, "He says he wouldn't sell you wouldn't sell him any cookware." And he goes, No, I tried real hard to sell that cookware." And she goes, it's too late. He doesn't trust you. And Zig Ziglar said he was baffled by this. Like completely fucking confused and didn't get it. But he grew up as a salesman and he started to learn the sales process. It started to make sense to him. So here's what he said. Basically, he had convinced the man that was trying to sell the cookware that it was a good investment. It would help him. They would need it. And he got a little bit of an objection, so he quit. And so at that point, the guy had to think to him, wait, was Zig lying to me at that point? And that's why he gave up so easily? And or was it the case that he didn't fight for me? He didn't fight to make sure I made the right decision. And so after Zig Ziglar didn't push hard, the fact that Zig Ziglar was the nice guy, it actually made the guy distrust him and dislike him as opposed to making him like him. That's a very interesting thing to consider. And as you consider that from a dating perspective, I want you to think of this. A lot of guys aren't pushy with girls because they want to be nice. They want to be the nice guy instead of pushy. The fact of the matter is the same as in sales as in dating. Most girls need to be asked 3 times. So, if you're the nice guy who cares about her interests and don't push, and she's the type who needs you to push in order to sleep with him, that means she's going to wind up sleeping with assholes who don't care about her. So you might think you're being the nice guy and think you're doing a service. What you're doing is a disservice. You're basically consigning her that she has to have asshole boyfriends. So you think you're being nice, but you're not. Again, it all comes full circle to believing in this. If you believe that you're a good deal, you have an obligation to close hard on that hoe. Okay. You have an obligation if you care about the person you're talking to. But if you have an evaluative offer and you're not a hard closer, you're consigning them to being with a much worse person. Alright, so just to recap, it's so critical to your results in sales with women in life. Because most situations require you to ask for the sale, ask for the order multiple times, and understand the difference between sympathy and empathy. Are you part of the problem? Or are you part of the solution? Understand what everything comes down to in life. People can read off you whether you believe you're a good deal, and if you believe it, you do a lot of things wrong. If you don't believe it, people are going to see right through you. Alright? So that's how, and that's why, to become a hard closer, even if you are a quote-unquote nice guy. Now, let's talk about how women judge your value, boys. All right, 2 questions I get asked just about every day. ZC, how do I become a high-value guy? ZC, girl interrupter, how do I get hotter girls? The answer to both these questions is the same concept, a concept called leveling. It's one of the most important concepts in my style of the game. It's also a concept that features prominently, okay, and what I've expound upon. You want to fucking send me that money? Link in the description. Let's get into leveling. Let's get into how you can up your value as a guy and up the quality of girls that you're getting. All right? In order to understand leveling, you have to first understand a couple things about how women view men and what women are looking for in men. First thing is, women are rating men just as men are rating women, although it's not based on the same thing as women. For women, it's more based on your social feedback, your behavior, status in society. How good of an option would have you been genetically and socially for raising an offspring in the environment in which we evolved? And that's what she's assessing you on a scale of 1 to 10 on. Second thing you have to understand is that girls don't all necessarily just want the most high value guy. Because for a girl, it's not just about getting pregnant with a guy, it's about having the guy stick around and raise the kid. So what the girl wants, actually, is a guy who's out of her league, but not so far out of league that it's not a good chance of her sticking around and raising the kid. So a girl who's a 7 isn't really looking for a 10. She's a little intimidated. She's more looking for an 8 because that would be a win for her, but it's plausible. It makes sense that he would stick around and help raise the kids and be a good father. So that's what the woman is really looking for. Someone who's not so much of a win for her that there's low likelihood that he would stick around. So as a man, you try to show some traits that indicate what your level is. It may work really good with certain girls and not with others. And that last little bit is very important. There's certain indicators of what your levels is. There's certain things, indicators of exactly what you are. An honest signal of exactly what you are, an 8 out of 10 or 4 out of 10. I'll give you an example of this in the area of fashion. I'll give you an example of some low-level behaviors and some high-level behaviors. So in fashion, really low level would be, let's say that you wear cheap, dirty Kmart clothes. That doesn't convey a lot of really good things about you. It conveys not a lot of money, a lot of not sense of style, not a lot of care towards your sense of appearance. That's maybe a 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10 rating as a guy. Let's say instead of that, maybe you have some Levi's jeans, a Nike shirt, standard Levi's jeans, standard Nike shirt, not fitting the greatest. That's kind of an average. That's maybe a 4 or 5 as a guy, something like that. Way better than the Kmart guy, but still, nobody's going to be looking at you and be like, oh my God, this guy's so well dressed. It's absolutely not happening. Next level might be like you wear brands, but they don't necessarily fit you that well. They don't coordinate that well, but they're nice brands. Or say, for example, you're wearing like a business suit. All right, a relatively nice business suit. Not cheap, but not like super tailored, not like Italian, like friggin' super cut, like bespoke to your body. But like a nice business suit that says you're successful, you're not poor, you probably have a good job, but it's not saying you're super, super cool. If you show up to a hot club wearing that business suit, they're not going to be, come right this way, sir. Would you like to be bottle, sir? Because they're going to assume you have some money, but they're not going to assume you're the kind of guy who brings value to the club just by being cool. On the other hand, really high-level fashion would be having sort of what the brand is that's in the mode at the moment, and also well-fitting, in style. You're not dressed up in the sense that dressed up in a suit and tie, but you're well-dressed. You've given some care to your appearance. You're the look the club is looking for, and the club is be like, okay, this guy belongs. I'm also thinking the same thing. This guy clearly is not only successful, but also gets it. So those are the kind of the various levels of fashion and style, and how girls will respond to those various levels. And right away from the first second, she can take one look at you and know which of those levels that you're at. She can know, oh, this guy's a 2 out of 10, oh, this guy's a 9 out of 10. That's the idea of leveling. And it's pretty simple when you talk about appearance things. It's a little more complicated when you talk about behaviors, but no less critical and no less what you're being judged on as a man. So let's look at some behavioral leveling ideas. One level is being bold, being highly, highly assertive. So if you're a guy who's constantly had negative social feedback, constantly been picked on, not had a lot of social success, you're probably going to be very shy and timid. So that shy and timid behavior is like the guy who's like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 out of 10 as a man. But if you're bold and you're like, hey, what's up, girl? I'm hot. I just wanted to come talk to you. Hey, what's up, girl? I'm hot. I just want to come talk to you. I'm bold. Well, it indicates that you're not so low level that you're scared to ever be bold or confident. On the other hand, it's socially calibrated and it's try hard. It's kind of the equivalent to someone who has money, doesn't have to tell you they have money. It's just something you find out about them and something they're secure about. If you're like, hey girl, I'm confident, that shows that you're not actually truly confident. And so basically, that's the kind of thing that's going to level you at a 4 or 5, maybe a 6 out of 10 or something like that. All right. Let's say you learn to be confident and a little bit cocky, arrogant, The girl with you make good eye contact, you're calm with it. He doesn't seem try hard. You maybe like a 7 or 8 level in behavior. And the truly 9 to 10 level behavior is you have money, but you don't have to tell anybody. It's huge. You don't have to say, hey, I'm confident, hey, I'm cool. You just say hi, and everything is conveyed, okay? So those are some of the different leveling behaviors. Now let's talk about you have a behavior leveling that's a 7. What's that going to happen? Say, maybe you have a bold and direct opener. Bold direct opener executed relatively well, so think you're like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Use that opener on a girl who's a 6, 6.5 out of 10, she is going to love you for it. Because she is going to see that this guy is higher value than me, and very clearly that's the case, and also very clearly, but he's not so higher value than me that he's just going to cheat on me, ditch me, and desert me. As a girl that's 6.5 or a 7, she's looking at a guy at exactly your caliber, and you're giving her a clear, honest indicator that you're caliber, and she's going to like it. So she might even expressly tell you that she likes it. She might even tell you later, hey, that was really attractive. Hey, I really like that thing about you. And so you learn that this behavior is very attractive because you've gotten compliments on it. And you go do it on a girl that's a 9. But to her, that behavior that's saying, hey, I'm a 7, 7.5, 8, she's not interested. That's not a win for her because she can get a guy who's a 9. So that's actually a loss for her. She's not going to get validated by sleeping with her. And instead of being like, wow, I'm impressive, attracted, she's going to be cool, nice to meet you. And so this is what makes the game hard. So the very thing that worked for you, and the very same thing that you got compliments on and you drew away as a lesson was good game, is the exact same thing that is now fucking you up in your game. The exact same thing that worked before is the exact same reason that you're not working. And this is a huge reason why guys get into plateaus. And this is a huge reason why girls will get better and better and better, and then they will just completely stagnate over a particular level. It's because the exact thing that got them there is the same exact thing that's keeping them there and keeping them from leveling up. So the question is probably that's on your mind at this point is, how do I identify leveling behaviors, and how do I correct leveling behaviors? Because CC is all well and good to tell me that these things are holding me back, but what should I actually do about it? So I'm going to give you some fucking tips for this. First of all, how do you identify leveling behaviors? And like I mentioned, it's a little tough because they don't always fail. In fact, by definition, leveling behavior should succeed up to a certain level and should fail up to that level. And so that's why it's paradoxical and that's why it's different. However, leveling behaviors will tend to be gimmicky. If you catch yourself doing things in your game that even while they may seem to work sometimes, they're different than your behavior around your good friends. They're different around your behavior around the girls you're already dating. Those tend to be gimmicky behaviors. So if you were getting attraction based on some little glitch in the matrix or based on some little glitch usual behavior, then there's a good chance that it'll work in some contexts and won't work in other contexts. If you get an attraction based on genuinely being yourself and being the same person that you are around people that you believe you have value with, that's probably not gimmicky. That's probably much more genuine display of value. And that's probably something that will transcend that. So ask yourself, am I putting on a persona? Am I asking differently than I would with my friends? Am I asking differently than I would with the girl I'm already dating? Or a girl that I'm already believing is going to go home with me no matter what? If any of these things are true, it's quite possible that your behavior is leveling behavior. And you may need to work on it. Now, behavior is working for you. By all means, keep doing it. The behavior that starts working, but be aware that it might be a level in behavior and look for alternatives. Look for other ways to achieve the same thing in your interaction that are more action, that are more leveling, so that when you do reach that plateau, you won't be stuck there and you won't be sitting there banging your wall months not making an improvement, because that is one of the most frustrating things. Again, so if it seems gimmicky and it seems divorced from your normal personality, if it seems based on a glitch or an unusual little phenomenon, as opposed to genuinely conveying your personality in a way in the situations that you are comfortable, that's an indicator that it's leveling. In terms of how to work on your leveling, I'll take a little pitch from the toolkit and think of some things that are designed to help you with leveling and get you through this. The first is we have the beginner roadmap. And this talks about a lot of the behaviors that guys have that are holding them back. Bad fashion, bad hygiene, bad mentality, mindsets, those kind of things. You might have all the greatest pickup techniques in the world. you might be able to get the girl's attention. You might be able to set a frame. But when you start letting the girl know what your guy life is like, when you start talking to her about what you're really into, it's going to become very, very clear that you just don't get it, or fundamentally clear that your life isn't one that she would want to be involved in. One fundamental area of leveling to handle is make sure that the life is palatable. Make sure the life is one that you enjoy and the one that you're proud of, so that all the game that you have isn't wasted once you get the girl in the door. So that's what we talk a lot about in the beginning of roadmap, and there's a lot of things that's very, very essential in the game very few people are talking about. Next thing we have is the intermediate roadmap, and all. We talk about a lot of these behaviors, a lot of these technical things, a lot of the specifics, a lot of the specific leveling behaviors, like Todd B said, a lot of the specific leveling situations, and a lot of those is the theme throughout this toolkit is the theme of subtlety. When you first come in the game, you basically don't have a toolkit at all. You're basically lost and confused. The girl will know that you don't know what you're doing. The set will go nowhere, and it'll be obvious that nothing's going to happen. It'll be obvious that you're afraid to show any kind of interest. It'll be obvious that you're clueless. The next level up is where you do have a game plan, but it's very clear implementing that game plan. It's very clear implementing that girl that, oh, this guy hasn't appreciated it. He likes me. He wants something from me. He's trying to do something from me. Well, if I really, really like him, I'll let him, but probably not. Because nobody likes to feel coerced. Nobody likes to feel forced or frame control. Nobody likes to feel... People like to think that things just happened. It was their decision. It was their idea. So we talk about the path to subtlety, the path towards making it not feel like game anymore, making it feel like a shared experience, making it feel like it just happens. All right, making it feel like, so instead this guy's using game on me, she'll start thinking, oh, this guy's really fun. This guy's really cool. I hope he likes me. I hope I can have him. And that's that next transition up. But even as you're being more subtle, you can be subtle in a gimmicky way. You need to be subtle in a way that comes from understanding the real frame of where your value comes from, understanding the frame of who you want to be and the dynamic that you want to have to offer the most value to the girl. And that's what you're going to get to at the end of the day. All right, so that's a little bit on leveling, a little bit on how to identify leveling, a brief bit on how to go about fixing it in the different stages. All right, you want to fix it on the stage of getting your life together. You want to fix it on the stage of technical, and then you're on the stage of making things more subtle and making the experience of going through the process painless, positive, fun for the girl, and making it just happen. Because girls do want to have sex with you as probably as much or more than you want to have sex with him, but they're in this weird position where they can't feel slutty for it and they can't feel at fault for it. So it's your job to help them through the experience and to be that guy to help them make it feel good for them. All right, so that's a lot on leveling. Hit out my products in the link. Patreon me, Skype me. All my venture capital cats, whoever. You can send me $1, PayPal me $1. You send me $500 million, fucking send that shit, baby. I help all these guys. I help a lot of you lesbian chicks too. Oh my God, I've taught some of these lesbian chicks how to pull. They just fucking grab them by the pussy after I fucking teach them how to pull. So these lesbian chicks, I'll tell you what, they're fierce fucking competitors, these lesbian chicks, and I respect that. Game recognized game. You know what I mean? A lot of game is just wanting to be good at game, bitches. Okay? A lot of you have been so blue-pilled that you don't even want to be good at game anymore because game is for mean guys. It's a bad thing. It's a bad thing to stick a big, fat, hard cock in a wet pussy. It's bad. Fuck all that. Let's talk about what advanced motherfucking game looks like. Sometimes you'll be out with a girl, she want to kiss you, but her sister's there, and so it's a little weird, you know. And sometimes you say, "Oh, I like the way you touch me. It's very sweet. It is. Come here." And it should lead you. It should be like, "I don't want to kiss you in front of people." Really? Okay, fair enough. And she say, "I would, but I don't know you that well." And I would say, "All right, we'll kiss ourselves for private, intimate alleyways," she might suggest. Okay. I was doing some advanced game in Budapest, and I want to tell you guys about what that shit really fucking looks like. Okay? Talk to you about the secrets of advanced game in a minute or so. As you know, I'm blowing up. Okay? I got an early bird special that's ending this Sunday. If you're on the fence, I want to tell you a little bit about what people are saying the Girl Interrupter program. The Girl Interrupter Toolkit. Some people are saying I should raise my prices, even $500 would be a steal. You know? Some guys make cute comments as though they're gaming things in the element. Then he says, "No one's ever explained every element of the game in accuracy. You tell me you have literally the Bible of the game." It's true, I did want to make this course comprehensive. The third guy says, "Man, this is awesome. I'm watching your first night game video. I've been following Pickup for a while." And he says, "Finally, in this day, I feel like I'm learning shit about this stuff." And that's the kind of feedback I aim for. The guys who are going out and actually implementing the stuff instead of struggling. So that's why I give you this content that actually does get results. Now that that's actually out of the way, let's talk about advanced game. We'll talk about the difference between intermediate game and advanced game. Now the biggest thing is consistency and results. Okay, but the biggest thing that you can actually see on a qualitative level is that when you game girls in that advanced way, they are actually chasing you. A lot of intermediate guys get results, but it feels like they're pushy, try hard, and they're just legging out bloop singles, and the girl's just like, "Okay, fine, I'll give in." Now, for advanced guys, it looks and feels a lot like the girl is gaming him. A girl is chasing their validation. I've had the experience many times at NAFTA. I've had sex with a girl. She talks about the experience, and she's convinced that she picked me up, and she's convinced that she won me over, and I didn't even like her at first. I've had girls that didn't even like me, and I push them down on the bed, and they're like, "Wait, I get to have sex with you?" And they're like shocked, and they didn't think it was a possibility, and they're so ecstatic of the idea that there was a possibility that I would have sex with her. Because up until then, they knew I was attractive, they knew there was sexual attention, but they didn't even, in the bedroom, know that it was really going to go down, and that's what advanced game can look like. So I've got other coaches and their dates are absolutely fucking insane. Okay, some of them are naturals. I got these girls who go out on a date, and I flew into town with my man Asa, and Asa's a phenomenal natural coach. And both of these are cases where the girls are clearly liking us, and clearly there's a lot of sexual attention, and clearly there's a question where the shit's going to go down. It's not super obvious. It's not super a question where it's pushing, try hard, and obvious. So compare and contrast this to the game that you have, and I think that you're going to take away a lot of key lessons that are hopefully going to take you away to the next level. So Asa's like, "Just hear me out for like 5 seconds." He's like, "No, I'm going to count." She's like, "Nah." And he's like, "No, I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to be honest with you. I would love to be dating you. You seem like the sexiest fucking girl I've ever seen, just like the fucking sexiest thing I've ever seen. Just fucking your look and everything is very fucking sexy." And he's like, "But I really like a girl that's okay with sexuality. And yeah, I would love to keep seeing you, and I would love for you to come see me and like be with me, like go on dates, and not like I could take you out. But if you can't meet me there, then I just..." she's like, with me, it's always a two-way street. Don't expect me to always be hitting you up if you don't like. That's the thing with if I'm dating a guy and we're dating for like a month or two and you don't ask me to be your girlfriend, I'm just done with you. She might tell you. So a couple things. This whole I like you thing, where's it coming from? Early on, it would never work. You do this I like you with another girl. The premise was a long time ago. You had this narrative, this relationship. So at this point, her objections are not that you're not high value enough. Her objections are along the lines of you're not going to be faithful to me or all this shit. You can't do this in public. That is a great thing to note as an excuse for a reason to pull an idea that it's time to start moving towards a close. And this is the type of thing where it's just being back and forth, just playing with her, the physicality of kissing her and just having it. And that's what Ozzy was just pushing her away and having her closer, and that kind of back and forth, kind of this love-hate relationship. Like she kind of hates the fact that she likes me so much. And she's being like, you promise? I totally would want to, and I need you to tell me that you're not lying. They say, what? Look at me. She's saying, I totally want you, but I need you to tell me no. So you want to fuck me, what you want to tell me not to. Look, I'm sorry, I've been telling you all night. Do you want me to be honest with you? She wants me to fuck you, but she tells me I don't want to fuck you. That's the honest thing. And I also said, look, I would love to sit there and fucking fuck you all night, but I understand you have a sister. It's not, and she's like, it's not even like, it's just like me as a person, I can't. She wants to fuck a guy who tells her that he can't fuck her. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you too. I want to make you come all night. And I like do all that dirty shit. And then when we see each other in New York, I just want to fuck you up. We'll go up on my rooftop. I just want to fuck you up. She's like, stop. Do you know how it's long? You don't even understand. Do you know how long it's been? Maybe. And he says, Ozzy says, like, if you're not comfortable with it, then I'm not comfortable with it. I don't want to fuck a girl that doesn't want to fuck me. And she's like, I don't want to fuck a girl that doesn't want to fuck me. Imagine the sex is just like, oh, well, I don't want to fuck on the first day, and then I'm fucking you, and it's kind of like you feel remorse. I don't want that. I want a girl that wants me just as bad as I want her, and if you don't want me, then I don't want to fuck you. But I really do want to. See, you're doing the takeaway eventually down the line. So you just want to say you are sexy as fuck, she says. And Ozzy comes back and says, I know, baby, you're sexy as fuck too. I know, baby, and I just want to make you come all over me, and I want you to come all over you. But you know what? I don't want to talk about that because I'm going to get too in the mood. I don't want to. Honestly, fuck that right now. I kind of think of how many months it's been. She's trying to sell you that it's been a bunch of months. So we went like a year of kind of being together, kind of lot being together. And she said she hadn't had sex in a year, at least. Well, look, all I'm saying to you, babe, Austin said, is this. I'm going to be honest. So she's telling you I'm a very sexual person. Every fucking thing that she does is right. I've been told. Babe, look. And Austin said, babe, look at me. If you don't want to fuck me, I don't want to fuck a girl that doesn't want to fuck me. The sex is horrible that way. And then she says, to tell me not to. And then Austin said, baby, don't fuck me then. Don't. Who the fuck doesn't want to fuck? Don't fuck me, baby. Don't fuck me, baby. If sometimes I tell me not to fuck you, and then you just tell them, look, don't fuck me, baby, because I want your fucking best shit. If you don't have your best fucking shit on the mound, then let's just wait till your arm heals up. The girl will tell you how to fuck her a lot of times. She'll give you the blueprint. tell her, look, I know if you don't want to, you don't have to. I want your best shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to fuck a girl that barely wants to fuck. You know? And she said, Asa, if we go to the beach, she's going to be all over you. She's like, she'll be so wet. And he's like, what do you think my dick's going to be like? And he's just like, I just want to be all over you just like you want to be all over me. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I just want a girl that wants me as much as I want her. And I want you. And she's all pussy dripping wet. And so she brought up the beach. He said, let's go to the beach. We chill. And she's saying, I don't know if I can trust myself right now. But he's going to get her to the beach, you know. And he says, you have my word. I don't want to fuck you. But let's just go to the beach. She wants to go to the beach. But Asa was like, she pretty much knows in the back of her head that if we go to the beach, something is going to happen. And that something includes sex. All right, so right now she's saying, I don't want to go to the beach because I know what's going to happen. And she's just like, I don't want to fuck you. I just want to go to the beach and I just want to chill. I just want to hang out with you. I don't want sex to happen. Like, that's so behind my head. I just want to go to the beach and hang out. By the way, the beach is like a 10 or 15 minute walk. All right, not even. It's literally just like one block over. So in her head, she just wants to know. She wants to justify in her head that this guy's not going to fuck me. So that's kind of what he was pushing, you know? You might phrase it differently. You might say that she wants to believe that, or allow herself to believe the thought that going to the beach wasn't just for sex, right? See, she wants some plausible deniability. She knows, she's verbalizing the fact that if she goes to the beach, something's going to happen. But that's the opposite for her. She'd like for it to happen. Again, she's telling her, look, if you can tell me or convince me or show me that going to the beach doesn't mean sex, then I'll go to the beach. The beach means sex. So there's this weird math equation. The beach equals sex. If you can prove to me that the beach doesn't equal sex, then I'll give you the beach. Basically. And then I was just like, I don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to tell you guys how I'm going to be here. There's this fucking barrier between us and your friends like over here. And I was just like, you're all that I'm thinking about. You're all that I care about. And I'm like, thank you. They can pay for this and that. And she's like, no, we can't do that and this here and like whatever. But it's cool like that, you know? So he's like, let's really go to the beach. They can stay there. They can pay for the girl. And I know that girl. That's my homie. And I'm fucking getting no fucking reception up in this bitch. Where the fuck is the fucking reception though? Up in this bitch. I'll pay the bill. That's just how things go. That's my boy. But I swear, he's telling her, look, I don't want to fuck you. I just want to go to the beach with you. I'm going to be honest with you, and that's it. And then, babe, if we go after that, can we go to bed? If we go after that, because it is open, because you bring up the thought and you bring up the clothes to the girl, and it's about that. You know, it's going to be a lot better for you than me. And, you know, so you got to be a fucking closer, gentlemen, all right? You take it to the beach and you put the idea that there's not going to be any sex if you go to the beach, but you both fucking know goddamn well if you go to the beach, there's going to be sex, okay? So you're seating the pole and you're seating the clothes. Now, so listen. Right now, she's just in her head. She wants to go to the beach, but she's calculating, well, I can't because my sister wants to go to the same club, and that was kind of the plan. And she's just kind of figuring out shit. You're giving her all these options, you know. That's the guy's job when you're pulling. you just get better and better at overcoming objections. You just start figuring out these options. You're basically presenting her a menu of options. Like, here's your menu, pick your options. We can go to the beach and maybe we can meet up with your sister in the bodega and still have sex or not, you know. But yeah, I'm just presenting her with different options. You know, I'm giving her options that don't involve her getting caught with us having sex. All these options just involve, none of these options involve, you know, you and your sister and my friend can meet us at the beach later. It's always like, no, we're going to go do our own thing. We're still going to stick to your plan. Your sister's not going to know that we did something because we're still going to make about that later. So the sister doesn't have an idea, you know? You might like the excuse of it has to be happened here because I'm unpopular, I'm uncomfortable in public, this little barrier, and I just feel like I feel this connection between us can be a lot better. You know, it's you're using the very fact that she doesn't want to seem slutty as a reason to go do something slutty. So that's creative. And then she gets to the sister with the beach. She explains that they'll meet you at the bodega, and it'll go either way, you know. So, Asa and this chick in Budapest go to the beach, right? See, she's like, you'll get it here, we'll get it at the bodega. And T was like, I get it, don't worry. You don't know me, but I know. You make she look big baller. It's one way to put it. And JP. I'm JP, that's C. Peanut butter and jelly, she started calling. Alright, so Austin pulled that. He took her to the beach, explained to the sister that they meet later at the bodega, overcame anti-slut objections. Alright. So, I say that we'll meet up at bodega, even though I know that we're probably not going to go to a bodega. I'm saying that for the girls' sake. They're like, yeah, we'll meet up. Sure, yeah. And that's just kind of like, okay, so we're going to the beach. It even kind of plays to them more of that comfort level. And to be fair, you're helping people too. So if it's we'll meet up and I'll meet you back here, but if it's we'll meet up at bodega, that gives me an excuse to take this girl home and fuck the shit out of her. And that fact that like he was like, oh, you're getting the bill as opposed to you're waiting to come back to get in the bill. So that liberated me to go to a different spot, and that's very good bait. Don't throw your fucking wingman under the fucking bus, okay? And then she's like, where's the beach again? And then she's like, but if you're not all over me, she'll lose her fucking shit. And that was pretty crazy. So that was Asa's side of the day. Now let's check out my side of the day. We're going to pick it up time-wise from just about where they wind up leaving. So you get to the very end of the part where Asa and his girlfriend were there. And then we'll check that out right now. I said something like, I have a really interesting quirk, which is when I'm feeling uncomfortable, I want to say things in Spanish. She was unsure of my ethnicity, and just be like, just a white boy. I'm English, Irish, and German, but I'm really just a white boy. You know, I probably have a little black in me because I'm such a fucking African. I blame my back down so fucking hard, but. And I'm also non-honorary fucking Italian. Spanish, you know. Paredes suave, interesante, bene a foco, como tu traviesa. And I said, do you understand what that means? She said, yeah. And I tell her, Spanish is good. Your Spanish is very good. Your Spanish is very good. All right? Let me tell you something, sweetheart. Your Spanish is very fucking good. I just want to stick the tip of my dick in you. Just a little bit. A little bit. Stick the tip in a little bit. Just a little bit. Look, yes, you do. Yes, you do want me to stick that tip of my dick in you a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit. I lean in, then we kiss. No comment about the kiss. I just go right into talking about Spanish like it's no big deal. It's like nothing happening. You don't want to call attention to escalating happen. You just want to have it to appear that it happens, be very natural, and move on. And I talk. I guess you studied Spanish for 8 years after I kissed her. And she says, I do want to kiss you, but my sister's here, so it's little. She's not that you're here, but she's here. And I say, I understand. I'll keep it on the DL, you know. And you can say, I do enjoy kissing you. It's very tender. That's not so much affirmation, but I feel like can I be cheesy for a second? Some people, when you kiss them, it's just a physical act. Some people, when you kiss them, their personalities, and they kiss. Your kiss has personality, I told you. You appreciate that. I appreciate that, you know. I could ask her, do you like Manhattan? She might be, I do. I love the city. And I ask her, do you come visit me? She said, I don't know. Ha ha ha. And I said, you're going to try that again without the game. So you're going to come visit me? And she says, and I say, I don't know. I'm being serious. Yes. I say, okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep emotionally distant from you. I won't keep you in my heart. You know, I would hate it, you know, if I don't know what the right word is, if I gave my heart to you and then I was devastated, and she'd be like, well, don't do that. And I say, I'd rather die in a tall New York City building or something like that. It'd be terrible. Maybe the Brooklyn Bridge. And then some of this is a kind of a needy, fucking low value fucking narrative. And then you make it a joke. Some guy named Todd, and then I knew some guy named Gary or some guy named Ty. And if this bitch is doing the shit where she doesn't remember your name, sometimes you're going to be like, oh my God, it's nice meeting you. It's okay. But like, listen, that's kind of a shit test, but it's also a test to see how hurt you get. If you got to make a joke out of it. 10% more exotic. You know, like notice that sometimes you literally didn't even know somebody's name, but don't get caught up on fucking names. I don't care what a bitch's name until I've fucked her 10 times. It's a lot less boring when you talk about names when you're just stroking her hands and occasionally. They already fucking kissed and she can't remember my fucking name. That's okay. I fuck a bitch, I forget her name. Nothing turns bitches on more than fucking them and not knowing their name. Okay, that's a fucking alpha move. Alright? Now that it's established that there is that intimacy, everything that we do is intimacy. Everything that we do is intimate. When we can have a good conversation, it's much more intimate. Think about it. At the start, you walk up to the girl, so where are you from? What do you do? How old are you? All this fucking shit doesn't fucking mean anything because there's no connection there. There's no comfort and value. That's just you trying to make a connection. There is no premise. Once you've made a premise and you have evaluated each other, and once you've made this agreement that you like each other, now you say, where are you from? It's not filler. It's like a genuinely curious fucking thing. I hate getting the names and where you're from and what do you fucking do before there's been a premise and a fucking attraction and stuff. So all these questions bad questions at the start become decent questions later on. Now, obviously, you can still keep them more interesting. You can ask them in better ways. There's still better questions out there. But do understand that a lot of the bad game early on is just fine. Once you've established some premise and you've evaluated the girl. Now, a lot of times these bitches are going to be drunk and they're not going to be able to hold a train of thought very well. And it's going to get a little boring, but you got to be able to just fucking roll with that. You'd be like, yo, I thought we had a genuine connection with each other. And she does get your name like wrong. And you say, oh, all your attraction was all based on my looks. See how you spun that? Misinterpreted her not remembering her name into something good such that she doesn't give. And you say, like, promise me we're not going to make this sex tonight, but promise me when we do, you're going to cuddle with me after. And she says probably instead. I mean, you say probably as long as you get a cat on, I don't care about the sex. I just want some of the affection. Now, see, you kind of be faking beta male there. It's kind of a pimp way to fucking show that you're alpha. You're shy and secure and validation. So we could be like, are you okay with us beaching? We'll meet you at the bodega. I'll text you when we're going. Are you sure? Yeah. Are you okay with this? I got it. I can take the bill. So a lot of times they'll say like, we get it here, we'll get it at bodega. Just be like, I got it, I don't worry. You don't know me, but don't worry, it's good. You know, that's it. You know, they'll make little funny names with the names like, are you JP or PJ? It's peanut butter and jelly. Okay, so because you isolate each of these girls, and it makes things much, much better because they don't have to fucking worry about having the sister around in case the sister's gone. Well, now we're fair game. I definitely mentioned this in the other clips, that it's worth mentioning here that my man Austin did have definitely help me by leaving, but also by the way he left, by saying, oh, hey, we're going, we'll be right back. He said, oh, we'll meet you at the next place is much better because it's changing locations. The fact that he said that we'll meet you there, well, that means that, well, we're not expecting them back. So the girl I'm with knows the sister's not coming back. She knows that she has privacy with me, number one. And number two, I'm actively taking her somewhere. It's not like we're just going to sit there and wait around. She is going somewhere with me. So the pull is almost a foregone conclusion in that way. At least to some degree. Now I have the struggle of pulling her home as opposed to pulling her to the bodega, but we'll handle that later on when the time comes and there's more intimacy. But as it is, the situation is very nicely set. You say something like, we're kind of cute together. She might be like, well, agree. So let's see, like, you wouldn't come visit me in Europe, and this bitch is still saying maybe not. So at this point, I'm going to cut it off, and I'm not going to get butthurt, but I'm going to be like, yo, you need to start chasing my validation. And she's just giving him the, I don't know, when you're done with school, will you come visit me in Europe? And so she's doubling down on validation because she's saying, I don't know. And he's like, that's intense. You know, at this point, I'm like, look, that point where you got to build value, you got to change the frame, you get more to embracing me. In my years on this planet, not many years, but a few, I've realized something, which is that there's many things that are good in life, but most of the things I regret are the things I didn't do as opposed to the things I did do. Most of the things I regret are the things that I didn't do as opposed to the things that I did do. So that right there is an example of a frame that I use a lot to get girls to be more spontaneous and to get girls to realize that girls have fear of loss, all right? And so they don't want to go make a mistake. But if you let people realize that the biggest mistake often is lack of action, and the biggest mistake is missing out on an experience, then that's a really good frame. That's a really great frame to take and a really great frame to understand. So I'll use this to understand that the things that I regret most in life are the things that I didn't do over the things that I do. I found that very useful as a life. It's kind of like that YOLO shit. Okay. Now we're out up to 3.5 hours. The time's flying really fast in this interaction. She'd be like, maybe a little less. Let me see, it's maybe even a little past 10. You'd be like, that's 3 hours, something like that. And so there's still a lot of her just being like, I'm coy, I'm not into it, I might not come visit you. And, you know, you'd be all right, I'm just all right. But one of these days I'm going to get you to give me a genuine compliment. How about right now? I need a genuine compliment. I'm very emotional hurt on a compliment. I am very emotionally hurt. I need a genuine compliment. He's basically telling her, look, I'm high value, bitch. I'm not going to sit here and soak up your shit all fucking night. So she kissed him. All right. So that's when she kisses him. And it's kind of like he's tried to close 3 times. That finally, that third time and kind of fishing for a compliment, she decided a long time ago that she liked him. Yeah. You know, and the fact that she refuses to admit it almost at some because she's like making out with me, caressing me, complimenting in every other way, but won't literally say I like you. The fact that she's trying not to almost is a form of qualification in and of itself. It's being extra try hard. So here we've agreed on the logistics. Let's agree on an adventure before we go to the bodega. So we were set up to go take it home basically. And on the premise that we're gonna go meet up later that night with my boy Ozzy and her sister. I said, okay, I'll take you on a quick adventure. We're meeting Ozzy and your sister on an adventure in a little bit, so I'll take care of the check and then we'll get going. All right, so we kiss a little bit more, make it hot, kiss good. Check out my videos on how to fucking kiss. And she'll whisper in my ear, I have to use the bathroom, and I say, me too. And the reason she has to use the bathroom is she knows I'm going to be on top of her with my dick inside her. She doesn't want a bladder being all fucked up while I'm doing that. She wants to be able to sit back and enjoy it, and she wants to be able to get on top and enjoy it. So anytime a girl's like focused on emptying her bladder, you know it's going down. She's standing at a hotel, I'd be like, we're standing at an Airbnb. And she might be like, I don't want to kiss you in front of people, I want to do it in an alleyway. Judgment, but if you get around a lot of the social judgment, a lot of good things will go your way. So again, the narrative here. Super high value guys, cooler life than hers. She can't come up with me in terms of the wit. Secondly, in terms of the friend, her sister likes her friend. I vouch for my friend, her sister trusts me, that's good as well. So coming with me is completely one we can do with another, etc., etc. So then we have this vague idea that on one hand, I'm very unattainable, she can't have me, and on the other hand, we have this idea that, maybe I've invited her vaguely to come visit me here or there, in these kind of ridiculous invites, but at least there's a hint in her mind that it's possible. He's a player, he's just going to drop me, she doesn't know 100% that I have him, so there's a lot of good tension there. And then there's the narrative that we've hung out for quite a while, we've gotten to know each other. That's what that fucking shit is, when that fucking ad for that app comes up, it fucks up my fucking cast, that fucking shit. I swear for God. Some of y'all want me to sit here and talk seductive to myself. You'll creep me out. You're a bunch of fucking perverts. You show you how to be. It's one thing to attract women, dressing nice and stuff like this, and you know that you on your shit, and you on your purpose, and you're getting money and shit like that, and you fuck. It's another thing to be tricking all together. All right, when you sitting in this bitch here, and you giving this bitch the credit here to go shopping here, you ain't nothing but a goddamn John. All right, that's two different levels, guys. All right, so yeah, if dressing nice and having a nice car attracts women and they just want to be around you, that's one thing.
In a quarter mile, turn left on Broad Street. Fucking bullshit. The guy with money can attract more women, more than the guy just has looks, but he just won't fuck if he don't have no swag and he can't close. He won't probably close none of the deal. Another, if you fucking with women off money, ain't nothing wrong with attracting men off women. But if you fucking women off money, you better. If you fucking women off your looks, your charisma, 600 feet, turn
become
right on
fucking
Close
them off
Street.
status. That's the ultimate affirmation. Guys, if y'all really want to know who really top 5, top 10, you're gonna be the rich and famous.
some push-ups and leg lifts, bitch. I'll be right back.
Continue on Post Street for 3/4 of a mile.
God damn. Fucking miss that fucking hearing. These rules are why you're still fucking with me, baby. It's all this game I have. It's not my dick, it's not my looks. Not feeding them crumbs, and they'll just go away. Especially if you're not feeding them crumbs. A girl I met off Tinder. This one's in a little different style. It might be hard to get her off that. If she's been into sleepovers and you don't want to do that shit anymore, it might be hard to get her off that. So set a frame. Let's go to Twist on Friday or Saturday. My treat.
In 600 feet, use any lane to turn right onto
There's
Montgomery
also
Street.
nude yoga on Wednesdays. Let me know because I'm getting my schedule sorted.
use any lane to turn right onto Montgomery Street, then use any lane to turn right onto Market Street.
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Got that chord fucking on hit now. Alright, I've heard enough of that shit.
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination.
Alright, let's get this shit back on here. Let's do a little content here. A lot of what's going to happen during the night is definitely change, but go through this process. Okay. Some of these crazy clips and some of these crazy nights illustrate the value of having a really good wingman. That's just actually a small sample of what's in a particular set with me and Asa, and a tiny, tiny sample of Linfield inside the toolkit. Okay, you want to be a 5-2 player. That's a 5-2 player, how to do game. And if you want to check out more, you want to do more, check out Girl Interrupted, hit me up, Patreon, buy my system. It's 50% off to this Sunday, but I'm not going to be extending it in this particular instance. So, it's come to my attention recently that a lot of people have yet checked out my new winning game scheme. Got a lot of new subscribers in the last month, so thank you for that. The second thing is there's been some issues going on with my channel that some of you have been aware of that talk about winning game getting taken down, so that's some drama. But in any case, this is an opportunity to share this with you, so I'm giving a sample inside that program. So at one point I'll show you a 40 sample of Enfield. So one thing I want you to focus on is the compliance, the amplification, and the investment on the part of the girl. The game is not about being flashy like you've seen a lot of shortcut infield that you've seen in other places. Game is not about being flashy. It's about getting the buy to buy in and commit and invest you. And so that's what I'm going to show you in the infields that I do. And that's one of 4 modules that are inside the Win a Game toolkit. So you have the infield, you also have the lies and pickup, and you have my truth of success in life and game, which is what I call Win a Game and a game of success. And then finally we have, the complete toolkit. So check it out at Girl Interrupter. All right, do 100 push-ups, boys, and do 3 sets of leg lifts, 45 seconds each on your fucking back. Lift one leg, lift both legs, lift one leg and put it out to the right, lift one leg, do a range of motion right to left, do shit like that, mix it up, keep it fresh, baby, keep it hot. All right, think about all that fucking dripping pussy you're gonna be fucking wrecking. That's right, boys, that's right. You're fucking taking this shit back, son. We fucking satisfying these wet dripping pussies. First we get them dripping wet, because women have forgotten that shit because there's some fucking sea of blue pill cuck beta males out here, these motherfuckers.